How's it going? Well, today is, let's see, it's Tuesday, and had a little time at home today. Got some stuff going on at home today, had to be home. So I'm just finishing up my buddy's retirement axe. I'm really happy with the way it came out. It's the Viking Sager 1941. It's all sharpened. As good as as good as I want to make it for. I mean, he's going to be slashing around with it in the bush, so it's got a chopping side, sharp for entry. Look at that profile, it's just a stubbers. And then this side this profile is still, it's not as stubby as that one, but it's a little sharper. Took a little bit off of those cheeks and sharpened her up. Finished it off with an 800 diamond stone, and then instead of deburring with leather, I deburred with my Arkansas stone and tried to hone it just a little bit. And no, I'm not going to shave my arm with it. I will not shave my arms. I like my hair. It all fell down here. So anyway, handle's done. It's ready. I got a teak wedge that I made, sculpted to fit the dude. So I think we're going to go for it. Well, you know what we have to do? We have to burn it. We're going to burn it a little bit. So. This is Matt Gas. He's doing some soldering. I think Matt might be a little hot for this. So we'll switch back to propane. How's everybody doing? Are they okay? Are you taking care of your loved ones? Do you know where they are at night? Are you happy? I am. I do this to all my garden tools, by the way. I use Danish oil. It's starting to burn nice. Kind of found that if you get too impatient, you get unevenness. So I'm trying to go slow, because I really want this to be nice. This guy is a brother from another. Killinger handle. I think I said that, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure It might be Whiskey River, but I'm pretty sure it's Killinger because only Killingers have palm swells like this. That's shaping up. Look at that. Move it. It's all gone. I gotta get a glove. Glove. What are we gonna get? What are we gonna do? I think we're gonna go here a little bit more. I like this because it shows, not only does it look cool, but it shows if you have a check, you know how a wood grain is all like, there's no real like super straight lines, it's all random. So what the flames will bring out is if you have a check or a crack, the edges of that crack will burn and you'll see it. I like that. Plus, it does something to the top layer of cells of the wood. Just makes them a little bit harder, maybe. Dry. And able to receive the oil. Gently bringing it down. Looking good. Will I get that shade that I want? Really lovely. It's just coming out good. I just got one little spot right there. It's a little bit, and I'm gonna leave it. I cut myself making this and I got a little blood on it right there. I'm leaving that. I thought about putting a stamp in it, but you know what? Nope. For this situation, it's just from me to you, Brother Rick. Oh, look at this. Watch this burn in. This is so darn cool. Watch that palm swell. Oh, yeah. Best way to do this is to just jump in, take some scrap wood and start experimenting. You know, like I've said before, with the draw knife. The burning is the same thing. I sharpened this by hand too. I didn't take it up to the grinder and get all crazy with it. He's a man that knows how to sharpen things, so he can sharpen it to his liking. Oh, here it comes again. Oh, I got a little spotty there. Not too bad though. It's good. I think it's good. I think this, if I can get this on this side, little more. Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. Oh, I did it. I was too close there. All right. Well, it's okay. Actually, what do you think? Just a little bitty spot there. Little bitty spot there. I think she's going to pass. It's still warm. It is still warm, folks. Maybe a little more. Get that a little bit. Ooh. Ooh, she's hot. Oh, almost forgot to get the end. Now I gotta try not to burn the hair off of my arm. Oh yeah. There you have it. Oh, I did burn my arm hair. I can smell it. That's why I didn't cut my arm hair. I knew I would burn it. Okay. So I'm looking for my 2 dots. My orientation dots. Woo, Mr. Hotsky. 2 dots. 2 dots. Yeah, I left it alone. I was really happy with the fit. And so we're just gonna have to work with that. Okay. Hot. I've had this hammer since I was 13. Maybe 16. Yeah, 16. My dad sent me up to our farm with my friend to tear our old barn down, and he bought me this and a flat bar. Oh, look at that. That is not looking too bad. I just like the kind of the tomahawk look on it. Oh yeah, it's bouncing. I have rubber exercise mat on the floor. She's bouncing. I think this one might have to get paracord though, because this is really close to this. I don't know how much splitting he's going to do. All right, and I got my 2 dots on my wedge. I think we're going for it. I got a lot of space to fill. It was an interesting haft. Okay, well, let's see. What we're gonna do is get a glass of water, produce water as tea. She's mostly water. Oh, that looks freaking dandy. Yep. This part always makes me nervous, still. Although I'm less nervous with a teak wedge. I was really not happy with using walnut, even though it looks good. glue on these. Maybe too much. Teak though, I have a whole like leftover box of teak flooring. I can make teak wedges. So if anybody wants some teak wedges, I can crank you out a few teak wedges. No problem. And I've got Purple Heart and Osage Orange and what else do I have up there? I've got some exotics. So if you guys want, I mean, these wedges are nice. The big old bandsaw does a great job. Okay, so what I want to is get glue on here. 2 dots. Where did the dots go? I lost me dots. Okay, there's me dots. Maybe you should write that. Well, it won't make any sense if you write it on the top of the wedge. You go now. No more buffet for you. Oh, you go now. All right. Let me see here. We'll get a piece of hickory. When we get a piece of hickory, how much will she take? I don't think you guys can see this. Probably not. Dingle schwingle. I'm not comfortable doing it that way. See Uncle Buck doing it. Oh, there. Yes, here we go. I think we're looking good. Maybe I made it too tall. I guess better to be too tall. But she's going down. I've got too much plate in this board. We need to get a stump. We're not getting a stump. Enough glue on it. Not bad so far though. It's splayed and good. And actually I think it's down pretty far. Let's see. Pushing my luck. The wedge is staying together. I like that. That's about all we're going to get. And we are filled to the brim. Yeah, she's going to start breaking. Made it probably a little too fat in there. But I added up all the spaces, and that's apparently that was a miscalculation there. We're just going to go for it more. Yeah, that's it. We split it. So, no more. I'm not getting any more. You'll get no more and like it? Oh, dear. This has a little bit of a rock and sock feel. I like it. Really do. So. That would help. She's down with a big snake on the open saw kit. Jump on these. teeth is so dense. I love it. Oh, by the way, if you don't have one of these Japanese saws, it cuts on a full stroke. You really should consider one. Especially the ones that come from Japan. Because they are awesome. Oh, that is. That is lovely. It's lovely. It's just lovely. God. Oh, look at that big old wedge in there. Oh, we got glue and stuff. I've been trying to get this thing done for a long time. Look at that. And it's odd. It is odd. It's odd. Let's see, where is the balance point? Three inches, 2 inches? I'm guessing 2 inches, maybe 1.5 inches. That's that. 1941, resurrected, lopsided axe. Go straight. Go straight. So, big glue on it. Wrestling. Trying to get some lines in that palm stroke. Did I mention I have an axe problem? Man. Killinger. With the Killinger handle. Retirement present. Pocket knife. This was, my dad gave me this pocket knife for like my 6th or 7th birthday. Oh, I think we nailed it. You know, when you don't do it every day or every week, which I definitely want to get to that point, just because I have so much fun with it, but sometimes you don't always knock it out of the park, you know, so it feels good when you do. Like my broad axe that I did, this dude, I knocked this one out of the park. It was one of the hardest half I've ever done so far. Look at this freaking monster. Beaver tooth. We're gonna start using this pretty soon. But man, look at that. What is it? 4.5, 5 inches? Sort of a rockaway lug pattern. And it was all wonky in there when they put the drift in to make this thing. It took a while. Indeed it did. It took a while. A lot of while. And one handle that had to get thrown away. I cut off. I got it stuck in there. And it was crooked. That's the thing. Always orient yourself with a Sharpie, because it's easy to get turned around. Your perspective can get turned around, and then you start working on it, putting it in the wrong way, and then there goes the neighborhood. You're all of a sudden screwing up a bunch of work that you did. Oh, I'm really happy at the way that's played out. I really am. Look how big that ledge is. That is just terrific. Okay. In honor of Uncle Buckin, I went out, got myself a little can, and even though I use Danish oil, I'm still calling it. You gotta have vodka. A good cup of vodka in the morning. Cheers to you. Anyway, alright. I need something I can't find, which is bumming me out at the moment. Because I like to use gloves. Hey, dudes, what you doing? Daddy put his. Anyway, Daddy's gonna have to forego the gloves. A little rag. A little rag. I need to make myself a rag. That's what I'm gonna do. And get this a little bit of rag. Rag, see. I can't find my nitro gloves, which makes me sad. Only to a point, though. All right, vodka it is. Vodka all the way around the sentence. That's good. Let's get this rock out right here. Really, and kind of polish that up. It looks really good. And then I'm going to put a chamfer on it. Here in the Midwest, we say chamfer, not chamfer. I wonder how the French say it. It probably came from France. I will give you a chamfer. The chamfer. No, your chamfer is all wrong. I challenge you to a chamfer. At 20 paces, I challenge you to a chamfer. Oh yeah, I think teak is the bomb. I mean, it didn't break. It kind of crushed a little bit on the top, but it did not break. And the last time I used walnut, I was like, that's it, no more walnuts, because it just split everywhere. And it's like, you put so much effort and work into it. I mean, it's like, you really, these things are a labor of love, let me tell you. They really are. They're fun, but it's like, that's why I like building guitars. I haven't built one in quite a while, but I mean, it's the type of project where you put so much effort into one thing, and then each thing builds on the next, and so you kind of have to keep, you can't, it's something you can't do all at once, and you get so far into it, and then you get into these processes, not so much with axes, but with guitars, it's like, you can blow the whole thing. used to work for a friend of mine at his guitar shop. He builds custom electric guitars in St. Louis. And Chris Krunline, K-Line Guitars. Check him out if you're a guitar player and you love Fenders, because he makes Fender better than Fender. Should I have said that? I may have to edit that out. But I was on assembly and wiring, and of course he could do it all. He did all the fretwork and did all the painting and stuff. He grew up in an auto body shop, and so his finishes are just to die for. Real thin nitrocellulose lacquer. Oh gosh, the guy's an artist with a freaking spray gun. But it was pretty nerve-wracking to work for him, because I would get stuff. I would get guitar bodies and necks that were completely finished with finish and polished out and ready to be assembled. And after me, it was the box and his final setup and the box. Yeah, I meant final setup and then his checkout and then the box. But I mean, one slip of your screwdriver and it has to go back in line and get redone if you screw the finish up. So it's not quite as bad with axes, but I kind of got off on a tangent there. But it's kind of the same thing. You get so far into fitting one of those guys, and really gotta have a process and a way that you go about it. And everybody does it differently. Everybody kind of borrows from everybody, which is really cool. And everybody has their little twist on it. Yeah, you only want to do it once, and you're gonna wreck handles. So I would not, if you are just starting, I would definitely recommend buying. Like I said, I've said before, I would definitely recommend getting your hands on some Killinger handles. It would not be the first handle that I would put on if I have not done this before. Oh, and don't put oil inside the haft or the eye, because you want friction in there. You don't want lack of friction in there. Cooking a little glue, I better stop. All right. It is. You come here now. You come here now. It is. Wait a minute. Let me see. And I hope I'm getting some of this. Nick Pixel, help! SOS. And you probably shouldn't be drinking ice cold beverages that sweat while you're trying to finish your axe, because you could get a water spot on it, and it wouldn't be the end of the world, but it would be a pain in the ass. I mean, but I'm sorry. All right, Uncle Buckin. Well, here comes. For the first time, I'm using my vodka. What? Cheers to you on the vodka. I just like Danish oil because Danish oil is what they actually in World War II in the armories, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. The armories, when they would the field armories, when they would refit guns and fix guns and get guns back in working order, M1s and the M1 carbines and all of that stuff. And they had to get them back into action. I'm sure they just wiped them down, burned the stocks a little bit, and then they used They use the Danish oil and linseed oil. Boiled linseed oil. Straight linseed oil will not dry. Or let's put it this way, it will dry, but it will take months or longer than you're willing to wait. Oh dear. Would you look at that? I think this could be my best burn. Finally starting to get the hang of the burn. The burn. Oh, I do like the vodka container. Fucking, you should sell these oil cans that say vodka on them. I would buy one. I might even buy two. Yeah. I think we got a winner here. I think we got. And actually, this is the second try. This was the first try that screwed up and it became mine because I mismeasured and put too small of a eye in this eye. But it's great. Boy, does this sucker split. This is a Saber too. The date's gone, but this thing splits like mad. It's a little bulldog. This is. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I get him a leather sheath too, or just let him make up his own mind? I mean, it is a retirement present. This guy went in the Union when he was out of high school and worked with his dad, his second generation carpenter. You think he'd appreciate a leather thing? A little leather holster or packet or sheath? Yeah, that's it. Oh, she's looking good. Oh, there's the doggy hounds. Yep, I'm telling you. I like, for some reason, and I don't even know if it makes any difference or not, but while the wood's still warm, that's when I like putting the oil in. It seems like it goes in better. I could not verify that, but it might be true. Kind of seems logical. Oh yeah, take that vodka. The vodka. I'll have a vodka drink. All right. Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, with that, that darn oil base, which I'm touching it right now, I get this taste on my tongue from the oil and oil products in it, so yeah, I don't like that. Hey friends, oh, back. Well, let's see. Hopefully, that's something that somebody would want. What's up? Are you bleeding bad? Did you get your tooth knocked out? Oh, that's awesome. I took it out in the yard and gave it a test drive because I couldn't resist. The chop, it needs to be sharper, so I need to work on the sharper, but it splits like mad on the small, short, stubby side. But the one thing that I noticed is what I was kind of fearing was I'm gonna need to put some paracord on it, otherwise he's just gonna butch up this handle. But all in all, I like that spot right there. Look at that grain. Oh, that is so nice. Look at that handle. Anyway, over and out. I will see you soon. More on this axe.